Visit Aromacup.com, the world's leading single-serve coffee guide. Join our forums, talk with other coffee lovers, find coupons and reviews on great single-serve gourmet coffee machines, coffee capsules, and more great information, all available at Aromacup.com.
Hey everybody, this is Brian with Aromacup.com and welcome to your virtual coffee shop brought to you by Aromacup.com. Thanks for joining me here today. And today we're having a little bit of fun. I've been showing you guys in some of my previous videos how to make a lot of different drinks that we can make using Tassimo T-Discs and the Bosch Tassimo T45 Suprema single-serve coffee machine, the BrewBot as it is called. It's called the BrewBot because it does all the work for us and makes a lot of different cool drinks. It's one of the things I really like about it. Today I'm going to be making a drink which Tassimo created themselves. This is one of their specialty drinks. It's called the Greg. They don't have one called the Brian. I don't know why they don't have a Brian, but we might have to make a Brian at some point or another. But today we'll make the Greg, and you can think of it however you want. You can think of Dharma and Greg, or any of the other Gregs in your life. And this is the drink that we're going to make today. This one's kind of fun. It consists of hot chocolate, and it's got some espresso in it, and it's also got some milk, in this case a latte milk creamer T-Disc. So I'm going to go ahead and brew this in two separate parts into two separate cups, and then I'll mix it up because this is going to be a lot of liquid as I go along. So I'm going to go ahead and do my espresso and my milk first. I'm going to use a big cup for this, so I'm going to take out my tray from my T45 so that I can fit my big cup in here. First thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make use of my espresso T-Disc. So I'm going to take my espresso T-Disc and I'm going to pop this guy into the T45. Flip him on his head, close this guy up right here, and we're going to start brewing. Now, of course, because of the proprietary system which T-Discs have with the barcode on top of them, this barcode tells the T45 how much water it should mix into this T-Disc when it starts to brew my coffee. So as it's brewing, it knows that it's going to be brewing an espresso shot right now. So it's not going to put too much water into this T-Disc, but it's going to put just enough. Now, of course, there are a number of different coffee makers and developers for the T-Discs that you can get for the Tassimo machine. I'm using Espresso by Javalia. There are some other coffee creators, and you can check them out in order to find the flavors that you like and the strength that you like the most. So feel free to experiment. That's one of the great things about single-serve coffee, is that you can try out a lot of different flavors and you don't have to break the bank while you are doing it. All right, so part one of the Greg is just about done. We need to wait for the T45 to stop blinking green right here, because when it is all done blinking green, we're going to know that the machine is ready to continue brewing. So there we go, it's all done. I'm going to take out my spent T-Disc. And now I'm going to go ahead and move on and make my latte milk creamer. So this is just a simple milk creamer in a T-Disc. It does not need to be refrigerated. You should make sure not to refrigerate these, because if you do, it can interfere with the way that this milk is going to be processed by the T45. So take your latte milk creamer, pop this guy into the T45, close it up. You're going to notice it's good to have a cup there because there's already some milk coming out. Hit the big silver button and start brewing. The T45 knows now by reading the barcode that this is a latte milk creamer T-Disc, and it's going to start brewing, as it were. It may not be making coffee, but it's still brewing in one fashion or another. So we're going to go ahead and let this guy do its job. While it's doing my job, I will remind you guys, as always, check out Aromacup.com. Make a free account on our site, join our forums, talk to other coffee lovers. There's a lot of great folks there who love to talk coffee and would be happy to talk coffee with you. Check out some other great video recipes like the one I'm doing here today. Find out about the wealth of drinks that you can create using machines like the T45. And get coupons, read reviews about machines like the T45, all that and more information, all at Aromacup.com. All right, the Greg. The Greg is almost done. I'm going to have to find someone named Greg that I can give this drink to. I don't think there's a Greg here today, but to all you Gregs out on the internet, this one is for you. All right, this drink is just about done here. We've got our latte all set. So this is, of course, essentially just a latte. We've got lots of milk, we've got a shot of espresso, and we are done with that half. I'm going to go ahead and make my hot chocolate half now. So I'll go ahead and put my big mug in here, and I'm going to pop open my brew basket, take out my spent T-Disc. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make the hot chocolate portion of the Greg, which I think is my favorite part. I'm using Suchard hot chocolate. This is hot chocolate syrup inside of a T-Disc. You can see there's lots of syrup in there. It's got a barcode just like all T-Discs. So all I need to do is flip it upside down on its head and pop it into the T45 and start brewing. So now the T45, when it reads that barcode, it's going to essentially just think that it's making hot chocolate. Little does it know that we are making the Greg today. The Greg is Tassimo's signature drink, the only drink named after somebody else, until I get them to name a drink the Brian, of course. The Brian would probably be mostly all chocolate with a little bit of coffee thrown in. I would have to experiment a little bit, so you guys will have to watch later to see when I create the Brian and all of the great things that it incorporates. Now, as I say, one of the things that I love about T-Discs and the Tassimo system, there's essentially no setup. All I need to do is drop in a T-Disc. I don't have to measure anything. I don't need to measure any coffee. And in this case, when I'm making hot cocoa, I'm not using hot cocoa powder. I really personally do not like hot cocoa powder. It doesn't taste very good. A hot chocolate syrup is going to give you a much better, more traditional hot chocolate. So that's one of the great things about this, is we're making a much more traditional hot chocolate. And again, with no cleanup, I really don't have to worry about any excess waste while I'm making my drinks. I get exactly the amount that I need with each drink that I create. So the T45 is done. It is blinking green. I can wait, but I'm not going to. I want to make the drink. I want to make the Greg, so let's make the Greg. I'm going to take my hot chocolate right here, and I'm going to go ahead and mix this into my latte, which I previously made. I'll go ahead and just go to about the top. I might have a little bit left over. In that case, I'll have some extra hot chocolate. That's not bad. We got right to the top. We've got a nice tall drink right there with lots of chocolate, lots of milk, and of course, a good shot of strong espresso ready to go. There you go, folks. That's the Greg. That's for all you Gregs out there in TV land, virtual TV land. I hope that you guys enjoy that. If you've got a T45 at home, make yourself a Greg. Whether you're named Greg or not, it's still a great drink. You can have a lot of fun with this one. Make it for your friends. And you see how quickly I made this. And again, almost no cleanup. Pop open your T45, take out your spent T-Disc, toss that guy, and you are good to go. I'm going to go find somebody named Greg to take this drink to. I'm Brian, and there will be a drink named after me soon. You just wait. Thanks for joining me here on Aromacup and your virtual coffee shop. And this is me saying, enjoy your cup, and I'll see you guys next time.